So, in our last video, we talked about some specialty tools that you will not have in your garage. Today, we're going to talk about the tools that you need as a beginner and recommend some tools for those people looking to do just a little bit more. Let's get on topic. Hey everybody, it's Thomas with Get Out Arizona, and you are watching another great episode of Toolbox Topic. I'm joined once again by my co-host, Brandon Van Leuven. Brandon, how the hell are you? Doing good today? Yeah. All right. I'm doing all right. So, we're at the Trek Bicycle Store of West Phoenix in Goodyear, Arizona once again, because it's where the cool kids hang out, and me. And today is kind of a part two. Okay. Last week, and I'm going to link that video up top, we did specialty tools that you will not see in your garage, but we have them here at the bike shop to do various tasks and jobs on your bike. A lot of whacking going on and a lot of pressing going on, but we wanted to follow that up with tools you should have as you start your journey to doing your own bicycle maintenance. So we're going to have tools that every beginner should have in their garage, and then we're going to show you some tools that as you move on to more advanced tasks in your garage, bicycle maintenance, whether that's road or mountain, okay, that you should have in your garage. Brandon's gonna make some suggestions. I know nothing. Now, I have these tools. Ask me if I use them, because I bring my shit down here. You know, I use them. I shouldn't, it's not like they're just there for show. But most of the time I do bring my stuff down here because of what we do. So, Brandon.
Here's where I'm gonna start. You ever see Gran Torino?
Take it away. Gran Torino.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Remember that when he's that kid?
He's got the three things.
Three things. Any man that's worth his salt can fix most things with these three things.
Three things. Yep.
Most men can. Any man worth his salt. These are the three things.
We want to thank you now for even watching past this point,
You're
guys.
worth your salt.
Yeah, like, subscribe, bell notification icon.
But these three things, have these first.
Okay.
Three-way wrench.
Three-way wrench.
Hex wrench.
Okay.
Some grease.
Grease.
Some tri-flow.
And tri-flow. Okay.
Now, I always say tri-flow is a little bit of, I don't know, it's not that very sophisticated lubrication, but it does a lot of stuff. It makes a lot of stuff work on a bike. A lot of times people come in, the bike just sounds grindy and squeaky. Dude, tri-flow fixes it.
Just don't get it on your rotors.
Don't get it on your rotors. Yeah, it does not fix rotors. It does not fix rotor squeal at all. But this stuff for chains, squeaky pulleys, we've sprayed it on all kinds of things. If your derailleur's feeling sticky, this stuff frees it all up.
Frets on your guitar a little bit off.
Yeah, exactly. We clean and lubricate with this stuff. It does wonders. A lot of times, just a shot of this stuff. You know, the pivots on your derailleurs, especially the front. If you have a front derailleur, there's a bunch of parallelogram pivots on there. Cables, cable housings and cables, get them working a little more freer.
Okay.
Man, $9 does so much stuff.
A little bit goes a long way.
So this one is great too. Same thing. Just a little bit of grease sometimes cures a lot of problems. Through axles, headset bearings, bottom bracket bearings if they're easy to take off, because you can take it off with this if you have a one piece. A little bit of grease on your spindles. Voila.
Yeah, cures a lot of stuff.
$9-10 for this.
Right.
Boom. And a tube like this will last you for years at home, for sure.
Yeah, you don't need to celebrate it, my friends.
I know. And absolutely, and I've told you about this already, 4, 5, 6 three-way.
Not 1, 2, 3, but 4, 5, 6.
It's a 4, 5, 6 three-way.
Right.
And this guy, it's invaluable.
Yes.
It'll work on almost everything on your bike that you need to work on.
They need to worry about.
Just a home maintenance guy.
Yep. There's the caveat there. So
right. Now, if you want to get a little more into it, what were you going to say?
Well, and I was going to say, for pretty much everything that we're talking about tool-wise, guys, there are links down below, okay? And we remind you at the end, but these are tools that we actually use. A lot of these tools I do have in my garage. Now, there are other brands other than Park Tool. We will freely admit that. But this is what we choose to use. So you can follow those links. You can investigate on your own. Everybody has their own version of it, I guess you could say. But these are the ones that we use. So
I will say Park Tool just makes it so easy.
They do.
Because they make it, and all these kits are just ready to go, ready to purchase. They make it very easy to buy their tools. We also love Pedro's tools. And
Pedro's actually got
Pedro's
some,
makes some
yeah.
great stuff. The next one would probably be Topeak tools.
Yeah, Topeak actually is really good. Yeah.
Very reliable. They work great.
I have
Especially for something that we got to use every single day. There's prettier tools out there for sure. There's fancier stuff.
There are.
But for doing this in and out, where the tools get beat up, they get dropped every day. We're going to start with Park, then Pedro's.
Right, and I do have the Topeak multi-tools in my bag, so they make a good, nice, compact multi-tool.
Yep.
It's actually easy to use. I've seen the bike multi-tools, but when you go to use them, the usability is poor because of the way the tool itself is shaped or whatever the case may be.
Leverage on there.
Yep, and it's just a waste of time.
Yep,
so
for sure.
All right, so above and beyond this,
right.
Let's go ahead and start talking about some tools.
Okay, so the next thing I would have, if I'm getting more into this, doing more with your bike
maintenance,
I would get a better hex wrench kit.
Okay.
This one, as you can see, has a number of different ones on there because these things, we use them day in, day out.
Yeah.
And they bust. And so we've got a few different ones on
These
here.
are nice.
It's no longer a complete set because they've broken over the years. But having something with a smaller one, where do we start at? Two, and going all the way up to 8, that's rad. And again, at home, that kit will last you your lifetime if you take care of it.
Yes. So. And you have a corresponding torx.
Yep, there's a corresponding torx. Again, a bunch of different ones on here because we have to replace some of them at some point. Some of them are missing because they get broken and haven't been replaced yet. And we use torx all the time. It depends on what bike you have at home.
3-way torx too, just so you know, you get the 3-way torx.
Well. I don't know if I'd go there quite yet for someone at home. There's not a lot of torx stuff out there for.
If you're riding SRAM, there is. SRAM likes to use torx.
I suppose. In which case, this guy will work just fine.
Yeah.
You don't have to have the whole kit.
A little cheat: you can use an Allen key on a torx. Not always, but some
very
of those
carefully.
Sizes, crosses over in a pinch.
I've accidentally done that not wearing my glasses. Kind of like, it's torx.
But it works.
Yeah,
it works. Okay.
But be very careful. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Our recommendation is don't do it. Get the right tool.
The next thing you're going to want in my opinion, are these 3 things. You're going to want a chain breaker.
Yes.
And a cassette tool remover.
Yes.
Because these 3 tools will allow you to take apart your drivetrain and clean everything thoroughly.
Right.
I think next to adjusting things, having things clean is a very important thing.
Video linked up top from the last time that we did a thorough cleaning on the drivetrain. And this weekend will be the first bath that Esmeralda gets with the new soap and the friggin' brush kit and everything like that.
All right.
See, I'm learning.
I'm sure there'll be a video.
There will be a video. So
these are tools. These tools are beat to crap because we use them every day.
But it's a testament to how sturdy and durable they are.
It is.
You know, buy once, cry once.
So this is a probably more sophisticated one, but this is a great one because you get a lot of leverage on the tool with this one. But you can just buy the keys and then use an adjustable wrench to get them off. It's a little cumbersome, so that's why every bench has one of these guys on it.
Right.
But to use one of these keys or this tool, you need a way to hold down your cassette. And there's whips out there. This is my favorite right now. This is the chain plier, which is going to hold onto the cassette, and then you can bust the lock ring tool or the lock ring off that way, but you need this to remove that.
Right, you can't do one without the other.
And it's very nice as you're getting started in bicycling, being a mechanic, to be able to clean stuff. And this will help you take the cassette off, clean every single cog, and then we're going to clean the chain using that chain removal peening tool. Yeah. So I like this.
No,
when I first started out, when I got my first kit, I was very excited to have these and start using these and clean my stuff.
Yeah, and those might actually be the next tools that I purchase. And guys, seriously, here probably in a year and a half when I leave the camera shop, guess where I'm going to come to work? I'll start learning how to use all this stuff. It's one thing doing videos once a week. It's another thing you freaking working here. No, guys, no, just joking. So, all right, so the chain breaker.
The chain breaker.
And these come in all permutations from this awesome heavy-duty one. You got a lot of leverage to tiny little ones you can keep in your bag.
And seriously, that tiny little one, the Park Tool one, I'm a huge fan of. I love selling that thing. I've had one for years and years. And the nice thing about them is they're fairly inexpensive. They work great. And the pin, if you bend it, is replaceable on even the little home mechanic one. And that's all you really need. We have the pro mechanic one here, but because chains bust,
they do.
You want to fix links, you want to have something to fix chains, and then you also want something to get chains off. Now, Now we're doing a lot more with quick links. So you would need a different tool for that, which is this guy. This is the quick link plier. To
And
remove,
that one, you
can either
remove
or pop
snap
on
it in
as
place.
well.
Yep.
So either one of these, depending on your system. If you have pins, you got to use this. If you have a quick link or I forget what SRAM calls it right now, but you have to use these pliers.
I was going
right
to say,
here.
and we find that on the SRAM. That's what we had to use on.
I think these three things are a great place to start, and there'll be a little bit of an investment.
Right.
Not terrible, but having those on your bench at home, along with a full hex wrench kit, that's a great place to start. I would start there.
Yeah, absolutely. And when we talk about the investment that you're making by maintaining your drivetrain and keeping it clean and lubricating and doing all these things, you're going to add longevity to those parts. And by adding longevity, you're saving money because let's face it, if you had to replace an XO Eagle, a Durace, an XTR derailleur, those aren't cheap by any stretch of the imagination. So you're making an investment in the longevity of your bike, your drivetrain, everything, just like you would your car. You're not going to let your car go 50,000 miles without an oil change or cabin filter or something like that. Now you might not do your
to
own
pay for an
maintenance.
oil change, but in the long run, it makes
it's what
makes
you
sense.
do.
Yeah.
Now, one thing that I will bring up that Brandon didn't mention that he's always kind of barking at me about proper torque spec is having the torque tool, the preloaded torque tool. So, right?
Yep.
So, and this one comes in two. This is the 5.2 Newton meters,
Right.
and this one is the 6.8. What's the difference between the two, other than one being black and one being red?
The torque spec.
That's it.
Yep. The torque spec.
So, depending on your bike and what the torque spec is,
depending on what part you're working on, and should be posted, especially on a Trek bike. They'll post which one it is.
Lord have mercy.
And then I'm going to
Brandon's building an addition to his house. I'm going to build an addition to Trek Bicycle Stores, and it's going to just be an actual studio, guys.
And then the final thing, my grand finale, which I always say all the time.
The chain checker.
The chain checker.
Yes.
This is the best $11 you'll spend in your life.
Yep.
Right here. Have this tool.
Brandon preaches it.
It's important to know that if you are using the new SRAM flat top chains, you have to get this chain checker, but this one will still work pretty good.
Freaking SRAM. I'm talking crap. I'm the one who has all their drivetrain stuff on my bike. So
these stupid little pieces of metal can literally save you hundreds of dollars for a very small amount. So this is my grand finale. This is the take home right now, and I've said it so many times on this show already.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you said grand finale. There's some other things that I would mention. Having a smaller Newton meter actual torque wrench, 3/8 drive torque or a 1/4-inch drive torque wrench would be something else that I would recommend. I have one. I've used it a couple times. But what about even like the real simple stuff? Tire levers, things of that nature. Is that just kind of a given, or is it not necessarily?
That as a given.
Okay. We just want to make sure, because sometimes people are like, what about this?
Yeah, because most people that do not work on their bike at all always have tire levers in their
kit. That was one of the things they were handing out, like friggin' beads at Mardi Gras at the mountain biking festival, was the tire levers. They were always in 3-packs. Here you go, here you go.
I take that for granted that everybody has those already.
Yep, but it's something that we do want to mention just in case you were curious about that. Maybe an adjustable wrench, doesn't hurt to have one. We refer to this also as a crescent wrench. So here's something that you can use. Phillips screwdriver, standard screwdriver, also referred to as a flathead screwdriver, or a couple other things, and that's with that. Just this, you can do
a lot,
so much, okay, to maintain and care for your bike. Now, of course. If you're doing something for the first time, it's always good to consult videos. We have a variety of toolbox topic videos you can consult. You can go to the manufacturer's website. They are really good, and their YouTube channel. They're really good about having how-to videos on this type of thing. And if worse comes to worse, you can always bring it down to the bike shop if you're running into problems. That's what Brandon and his team are here for.
Happens all the time.
It does, and you shouldn't be embarrassed about that, because we're going to make mistakes as we learn.
And fess up, because we're going to know if you worked on your own stuff and you say you didn't.
Don't you love it though? I don't know what happened. That happens at the camera shop too. It just stopped working. I don't know what happened. You know, could it be the fingerprint that's on your sensor? I don't know how the cable got frayed on my shifters.
We know.
Yeah.
We know.
Real quick, what's the top 3 that you hear? I don't know how this happened, and you know it was them monkeying with it. What would you say are the top 3?
Usually it's that bent derailleur hanger.
Bent derailleur hanger?
I didn't crash. But the hanger's in.
That's good stuff.
It's all scraped up.
Nice. See, I went deny on that. If you again, I'll link the video up top of Brandon when we were doing the check on Esmeralda, and you can believe how much that derailleur had just been, shaved away. But I ride my bike, guys. I'm not gentle.
It's gonna happen.
Okay. Yeah,
There's rocks out there.
Gonna happen, yeah, especially in the Arizona desert. So, all right. Is there anything else? Sorry, guys. Is there anything else that you want to add to this as far as that goes?
At this point, no.
Okay.
This is, again, a great place. After the very basic stuff, then we go to this stuff. And then we'll go on from there.
Cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Now, you guys know we're an interactive channel. So if there's tools that either A, you're curious about, or B, you have in your kit that feel that we have missed, dude, just chime in down below. Start a great conversation. The only thing we ask is that you be respectful when you do it, yeah? Because we don't like assholes in the channel, so just bottom line as far as that goes. So, all right, my friends, like, subscribe, bell notification icon. Helps out the channel, helps out the video. Links down below. Trek Bike Stores of West Phoenix and Goodyear is the most important link. If you have a question that you don't want to ask in the comments, or maybe it's too in-depth, give those guys a call. They'll be more than happy to help you. If you're local, bring your bike down here. You won't be disappointed. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, the devil's work. But we need it to get the word out for Get Out Arizona, group rides, group activities, and we do have a group moonlight ride coming up in April. I believe April 25th is the full moon, and that's when we're going to shoot for our next group ride, our first group ride of the season, under the light of the full moon. So make sure you have a helmet and good lights on your bike, and it's going to be a freaking blast. The other links are affiliate links. Instagram, TikTok, we already did that. If you make a qualifying purchase, we receive a small commission, but you are not charged any additional money. Helps out with coffee, park passes, and gas money. The other trifecta we enjoy so much. So, what do we say at this point? Be kind to yourself and others. Be amazing stewards on that trail. Seriously, guys, got to lead by example, okay? Preach it. And we have to ask, what are you waiting for?
Get Out Arizona.
That's right. That is right. We'll see you on that next adventure. Take care, everybody. Brandon, we'll see you next week, my friend.
Yep.